Welcome to the channel. Here we are on a glorious sunny day down in Poole, my hometown in Dorset. We're about to head off tomorrow morning on an 11-day 1,000-mile road trip around the UK. Well, around England really, just touching the edge of Wales, up along the west coast, across through North Yorkshire, up to Newcastle, then back down in the Midlands, and then a couple of places on the east coast before heading back to London. While we're here at Poole, Dorset, we're going to have a quick look around. Then we'll get into the tour. Well, that was the Dolphin Centre. In the early 80s it was called the Arndale Centre. It grew to its final size. Later in 1989 a refurbishment was carried out in the centre and it was renamed as we know it today, the Dolphin Shopping Centre. It's had several owners and renovations over the years and includes the area outside known as Falkland Square. The level crossings, an important feature in the high street, with around 120 trains a day running through. If you're feeling energetic and don't want to wait for the level crossing, you can go over the footbridge there, which dates back to 1872. One of two Witherspoons in Poole, Lord Wimborne, formerly a library, built in 1889. Poole Guildhall Registry Office is a Grade 2 listed building. It was commissioned at a time when Poole prospered from Atlantic and Mediterranean trade routes. Ships returned to Poole laden with wine, olive oil, dried fruits and salt. Designed in the Georgian style, it was completed in 1761. During the Second World War, the Guildhall was used as a canteen and meeting room for American troops preparing to take part in the invasion of France. Now used as a register office and a venue for weddings and civil partnership ceremonies, it was officially reopened by the Princess Royal in October 2007. The Antelope Hotel, run by Goon King, with a lovely beer garden through the archway there. It's a Grade 2 listing building. The King Charles pub, regarded as one of, if not the oldest pub in Poole, became a public house around 1770. The building itself can be dated back to around 1350, and some say it's haunted too. People have heard footsteps on the stairs and breathing noises even though nobody has been there. Sometimes a quiet female voice can be heard crying, "Help me, help me, help me," reports say. Ferries run to Brownsea Island from Poole Quay and Sandbanks every 30 minutes in season. From Poole Quay you can also do a Jurassic coastal cruise, trips along the Wareham River, or a boat ride to the Victorian seaside resort of Swanage, as well as trips just around the harbour. The Quay was the name of the existing pub taken over by Witherspoons, which had occupied this former warehouse since around 1996. Back in Tudor times it was called the Great Quay and was only 200 feet long. The Poole Arms dates back to the 1600s and is the oldest bar on the quay, and has distinct green tile frontage, serves some of the best seafood around. The current custom house was built in 1813 and has numerous stories linked to notorious smugglers. Today it's a restaurant, bistro, bar, which opened in 2018. This interesting shipping vessel was built in 1905, would you believe, and currently sails under the flag of the Netherlands, 33 metres long. It would be really interesting to see it come in fully laden, see it operating, possibly mussels in the bottom of there. On the far side of the quay you can see there's a ready mix cement company. Regular container ships there with movable bulkheads appear to be transporting sand and other materials, supplying and the company. Sunseeker International Luxury Yachts is based here in Poole, its headquarters and main assembly facility. Some of these yachts can be up to 160 feet long and cost up to 4 million. A good way to get around the Dorset area would be by bus. More buses are offering 7 routes this summer down to the Purbeck Peninsula, Swanage, Sandbanks, and some of these buses will be open top. Well, that's the end of the look around pool. I'll probably return to the area and make some more videos along the coastline here in Dorset sometime in the future. But now it's time to get into the road trip. It's going to take 11 days to complete and cover over 1,000 miles on the road. We're going to visit 14 places. As you can see, Herefordshire is situated in the West Midlands and borders with Wales. It's a cold, cloudy Saturday morning around 5 degrees. Snow is forecast midweek, which could make things interesting. First leg, 170 miles. Well, didn't get particularly far. I fancied we're on the road about 40 minutes now. Fancied a quick coffee, so we'll see what we can get here. Looks to be a Costa up there, so. Well, got a coffee, got a free coffee actually. Lots of points on the loyalty card. I've not used it in a long time, so thank you very much, Costa. Let's hit the road. Well, arrived in Hereford on time, a little bit earlier than expected. Amazing traffic. Just over around 3.5 hours as I expected, really, and we got to stop. So, got to hotel a little bit too early though. Managed to slip into the Beefeater to use the toilet without being stopped. No, but too early to check in a minute. This is the Beefeater pub. I'll come in very handy later, possibly for breakfast tomorrow. It's a free car park here, so we're going to leave the car here and head down into the centre. All downhill on the way down. Across from the old Market shopping centre, roughly 3 years old, a new Premier Inn, very convenient for the city centre, with a good range of restaurants a few minutes away. Usually tend to be a little bit more expensive than the Home One where I'm staying tonight though. 3 pubs in a row, Wetherspoons, Hogarths and Yates's side by side, just 5 minutes from the train station in the heart of Hereford. The King's Fee is a large Wetherspoons pub with an equally large beer garden at the rear. Hogarth's, which we're about to go in, an 18th century coaching inn, has had successive makeovers, now a Victorian gin palace. Although I don't like gin, it's a comfortable pub for a beer, including real ales, with a good sized beer garden too. I must admit I do prefer the older style beer garden here, which I photographed a few years ago. Yetsy's next door is another large pub which transforms in the evenings with DJs entertaining you. Heading down to the black and white house, built in 1621, it's been used for many purposes over the years, starting life as a butcher's home and shop and now ending up as a museum, giving visitors an insight into what life was like in the 17th century. It's a life-size statue of the Hereford Bull. It's a British breed of cattle which originates from Herefordshire and has spread to many countries with more than 5 million purebred Hereford cattle in over 50 nations worldwide. Mature males can weigh over 800 kilograms. Approaching Hereford Cathedral, a place of worship has existed on the site since the 8th century or earlier. The present building was begun in 1079. Here you can view the incredible Mappa Mundi. It's the largest surviving medieval map of the world, made about 800 years ago. There's also the biggest chain library dating back to a time when books were so precious they had to be locked up. The River Wye runs through the centre of Hereford and is prone to flooding when river levels rise from intense and prolonged rain in the Welsh Hills. I took these pictures a couple of years ago, I believe following Storm Dennis probably. The height of the river can reach around about 6 metres at the old bridge. The Wellington pub, been an old favourite of mine over the years. Not bad for a meal and a pint. The Beefy Boys, specialising in burgers, sites in Hereford, Shrewsbury and Cheltenham now. They've won numerous awards over the years, World Championships included. The site here in Hereford has now expanded into the next door restaurant that used to be Frankie and Benny's. Apologies for the quality of the video along here, but I've left it in because I want to demonstrate the range of food available along this strip of restaurants, from Korean barbecue to Asian buffet, Thai and Indian, Nando's, Wagamama and Miller and Carter. And across the road, before or after a meal, you can watch a film. Here we are, checked in at the hotel. Standard issue Premier Inn room. Not got a purple light by the looks of it above the bed, which I do like sometimes. But it's a newer style room, which is a bonus. Very happy. When you're in, you know what you're going to get. Yeah, you really know what you're going to get, yeah. Bathroom a little bit cramped, but
I'm sure we'll have a nice shower in the morning. Yeah, nice and clean. Well, that's all you need, isn't it? Really perfect. Yeah. And now it's across to get to some light refreshments, I think. Across the other side of the road. Yeah. Hop, skip, and a jump across to the old Beefeater.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, enable notifications so you don't miss the next episode. See you next time.